Okay, I decided to record an EFT tapping script because I always felt this. I was taught about psychological reversals, which is basically having an internal no, even though you're saying, yes, I want this. Yes, I want to change. Anyway, I heard this from Jim Fortin. He's a transformational coach and he put it so simply. And I talk about a few common blocking beliefs because that's what I see that will block progress. But the way he said this, what did he say? Something along the lines of like, it is more powerful to change your belief about it being possible to actually change than working on every single limiting belief. So to me, what I understood was like, if you can work on this, which is really what I've always known, if you can work on the blocking beliefs, if you can work on this one in particular, that change is possible for you, that it's safe to change, then when you start working on each limiting belief that may be stopping you towards whatever your goal may be, whatever your intention may be, making more videos, starting a podcast, writing a book, anything like that. This is number one to be working on. I do have a list of common blocking beliefs and I'll link it below in the show notes so that you can look at all of them, but tap with me on this. And if you want the worksheet PDF, you can download that as well. I'll put that in the show notes. But for now, this is like you can listen to my voice. If you know the tapping points, it's in the worksheet. If you do download it, the PDF there, you'll see the tapping points. But just listen to this episode whenever you need to work on this. If you do it once and you're like, oh, nothing has changed, it's honestly do it 3 days in a row and see how you feel. Because the good thing about tapping is that when we are tapping, we're actually slowing down our brainwave state, which happens when, you are meditating, when you are in hypnosis, when you are about to fall asleep, a couple minutes when you're waking up. That is when the subconscious mind is super, super ready to be primed or rewired. So when you are tapping, you are lowering your brainwave state. So when you're saying these things, you're actually moving from your emotional brain into your logical brain. And I hear, clients have said, oh, I was having this issue and I tapped and then I came up with my solution. It's like, yeah, once you move past that emotional brain that keeps you locked in that stress state, right? The emotions bring up feelings, bring up beliefs, change your meaning about things. If you are able to get out of that emotional brain, you are able to see things more clearly as well. So there are so many benefits. And also, tapping has been shown to rewire your response to stress. The amygdala that goes off when there's fear, when there's threat, that gets downregulated when we are tapping. So there are so many benefits. Episode 7 with Dr. Peta Stapleton, you can listen to that. She goes through the science of it, or you can just look it up yourself. Honestly, it is so effective. And the funny thing about it is that people don't realize that because they were tapping, that changes were happening for them. In my episode with Dr. Peta Stapleton, she talks about how with people with cravings, they did a trial to help people overcome their food cravings. And what happened after they followed up, I forget if it was like 6 months later or a year later, but when they would call and say, hey, how's it going with your cravings? They're like, what did I work on again? So when you tap, honestly, you're like, oh, I just feel, one day you're like, I'm ready to take action. I'm ready to do this. And you're wondering like, wow, I've been stuck on this for so long. It just helps kickstart things. And sometimes we forget it because once we're able to come back into calm, clarity, rewire our subconscious, it's like things just flow. So follow along, tap with me. It's going to be great. Okay, let's get into the tapping. Have like 5 minutes to yourself, a quiet 5 minutes, no distractions. Have a journal, a pen to jot down any reflections you may have after the tapping. Like I said earlier, you could do it, do this tapping 3 days in a row, make it a little challenge for yourself and just see how things shift. See how you may perceive your situation maybe a little more differently, assess your level of clarity or willing to take action, things like that. And if things don't shift, don't be hard on yourself. Sometimes when I feel really stuck, I find that it's because I'm not hitting the right target that's like exciting me. And sometimes it takes a little more stillness to allow the ideas to drop in that feel exciting, that feel like that is the direction you want to go or that is the change you want to make. So don't judge it. You know that tapping is valuable for your body and mind regardless when you're tapping those points. It's a really great tool anyway, so just be open to whatever happens. Okay, now that you're in a quiet spot, we are going to look at tapping. If you don't know the EFT tapping points, download in the show notes the worksheet, or it's a Google Doc. Anyway, it goes over the tapping points. Okay, so tap the side of your hand here and say, even though part of me resists change, I deeply honor and accept where I am. Keep tapping there, and we're going to say 2 more statements here. Even though stepping into something new feels scary, I trust that I'm being guided. Even though I feel stuck in old patterns, I know I'm meant for more. Okay, moving to the eyebrow point. Change feels overwhelming. Side of eye. I don't know what will happen if I step into something new. Under eye. What if I fail? Under nose. What if I make the wrong decision? Chin. What if it's too much for me to handle? Collarbone. I don't want to lose my sense of safety. Underarm. It's easier to stay where I am. Top of head. Part of me feels stuck. Eyebrow point. What if change could feel expansive instead of scary? Side of eye. What if I don't have to figure it all out at once? Under eye. I've navigated change before, and I'm still here. Under nose. Maybe change is actually bringing me into deeper alignment. Chin. I allow myself to take one step at a time. Collarbone. I don't have to force anything. Underarm. I'm allowed to grow at my own pace. Top of head. I trust that I'm always being supported. Round 3 here, we're going to do 5 rounds. Eyebrow point. I release the fear that keeps me playing small. Side of eye. I let go of the belief that I have to stay where I am. Under eye. I release the need for certainty before I move forward. Under nose. I let go of the old stories that no longer serve me. Chin. I free myself from the patterns that keep me stuck. Collarbone point. I'm allowed to step into something bigger. Something great. Underarm. I don't have to do this alone. Top of head. I trust myself to navigate the unknown. Next round, eyebrow point. I'm open to expansion. Side eye. I trust that my intuition will guide me. Under eye. I allow myself to step into my next level. Under nose. I welcome opportunities that align with my soul purpose. Chin point. I trust that change is bringing me to where I need to be. Collarbone. I'm capable of holding success in a way that feels good. Underarm. I open my heart to new possibilities. Top of head. I choose to believe in my ability to evolve. Last round here. Eyebrow point. I'm ready for aligned expansion. Side of eye. Change is safe for me. Under eye. I trust myself and my path. Under nose. I allow change to unfold with ease. Chin. I am supported as I grow. Collarbone point. I embrace my next level with confidence. Underarm. I trust that I'm exactly where I need to be. Top of head. I am so excited for what's ahead. All right, take a deep breath. Check in with yourself. If you have any resistance, you can write that down as well. You can do some tapping on that. You can repeat the script or focus on specific fears that pop up as well. That's good to use tapping on. And it's really cool that shifting into this belief that change is possible is so huge. It opens the door to help you do the other work